I had this dream in 2017 that I lived in a circular walled city in the middle of the desert. And within this walled city were all my loved ones, my sister and her children, my brother and his family, and all my friends. And I didn't have a family, but I was very happy there. We were ruled by a tyrannical king who singled me out as the one that he wants to send into the desert. There had been rumors that priests and spiritual leaders were flocking to a certain place in the desert where a treasure was held, and that this treasure was held away from normal people because of its power and its sacredness. And I knew about that treasure, and I could feel its light, and I could feel where it was. And the king asked me to go on behalf of the city and to go and retrieve this light. And so I set off on this journey, rather panicked, because I was sent off without water, without warm clothes. But I felt excited to see the sacred thing at the same time. And then in 2019, I found myself in the Tankwa Karoo Desert. So the word Tankwa, people are not exactly sure what it means anymore, but it is of San origin, and they say that it means place of thirst. And so here I found myself in a place where that panic of not having water returned to me. And my most desperate plea was for water and for rain. So when you walk through the Tankwa Desert, it is a black space. Most of the desert is covered in black gravel. And if you stop and you lift up this gravel or the black stones, you'll see underneath it there is a yellow ochre. So it's this wonderful place that is covered in black, but under the blackness there is gold. And that to me was such a fantastic discovery. I then did an initial little fingerprint prayer in a dry riverbed in the Tankwa, and that is what my film Magic Spell for the Tankwa is about. And then I created a sister piece for this little prayer, which consists of 40 prayers, so it's 40 panels, and on each panel you have 108 fingerprints. So 108 is the number of beads on a Buddhist mala, which they use to chant, and they repeat the same chant 108 times. There's something about that, about the repetition, about the desperation almost. We often pray when we are overwhelmed or when we need comfort. And we expanded the piece so that it really became an object of power or something that calls. I created another layer of fingerprints, and to my delight, the difference in the color of the ochre gave the piece this shimmering effect, which really plays with the eyes. The piece is decorated with cowrie shells, which has a specific meaning in African culture. The cowrie shells represent money, but they also represent water and abundance, and in this case, calling water and rain. So one could say these 40 prayers from the desert were prayers for rain, prayers for water, prayers for abundance, and prayers for healing. I'm very fond and close to this piece because it started in 2019 and I completed it literally a month ago in 2021, June 2021. And I hope that when you look at this piece that it gives you something to contemplate on and that it communicates with you such a work where the ochre calls the rain